I'm going to do a terrific show today, and I'm going to help people because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Playing the greatest hits of all time, 93.9 The River. It is Darren with you. It is time for our Humans in Tune segment. And as we've dealt with this COVID-19 outbreak and we've been concerned about social distancing and safety precautions, of course, those on the front lines in the healthcare settings, the need for masks for them has been already talked about a lot. In the meantime, local folks have come together, put their heads together to create masks for those in the healthcare systems in our area. I have a very special guest with me today, Biri. AJ has kind of helped coordinate a group of people together that have 3D printers that are now printing masks for the healthcare community to help keep them supplied and keep them safe in the workplace. And it's a pretty awesome endeavor. It's him and 3 other people currently, but they're looking for help. And I am really glad to have you with me. AJ, how you doing?
Doing well. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And so right now it's 3 of you, 4 of you that are doing this locally?
4 of us that are doing it, and really it came and started from a healthcare provider in town that knew I had a printer and reached out to me and said, hey, I've started printing some mask files, but if you could print a few for me, I'll send you the files. It'd be really helpful if, you could help me out because I want to start helping supply some of my coworkers. So immediately I reached out to 2 of the other people that I knew that had printers and kind of just relayed the exact same message, hey, this is what's going on. And without hesitation, everybody sort of hopped on board and started printing. And, once a week I drive to specific locations in town and pick them up, the bundles of masks, and then my wife and I disinfect them and put them into Ziploc bags and deliver them to, the healthcare providers.
I know the healthcare providers, it goes without saying that they're grateful, but I know from having family that works in that environment and friends that work in that environment, it is absolutely critical to keep them on the front lines. And so it's awesome that you guys are doing this.
It was really exciting because one of the, a lot of us that do it and make and print, we all got into it from a hobby standpoint,
sure.
Almost a nerd reason. Like, hey, what cool dice towers can we print? And, what things can we print to clip on our computers, and toys can we make for our kids?
Right.
And so this is really the first time that we get an opportunity to print and do something that's helpful for the entire community. And so I can tell you that they've all been thrilled and super excited for what they're doing. And I know there's a huge level of fulfillment that they feel knowing what they're giving to the community for it.
To this point, how many masks have you guys created?
Roughly 200.
That's 200 people that you guys just helped.
Yeah, and are permanent. That's the cool thing. The masks are permanent, right? So, with modification of a surgical mask, it's a filter insert that goes into the front of it. So the big benefit to these masks is they completely seal around the face. So there's no air gap. There's no chance of anything getting in. And when it's time to change out, just pop the filter out and then rechange that filter. So, aside from somebody dropping it and breaking the plastic, they can easily be sanitized and reused. And we're also looking into what long-term storage looks like. Plastic filament for 3D printers is susceptible to moisture.
Gotcha.
And so, we're also looking into, hey, how could we ensure that once this is all done, that these healthcare providers have a potential storage facility for these in case something like this ever happens or they ever run short of masks.
Sure.
They have a quick, immediate go-to.
As far as the cost of this goes, as far as what you guys are putting into it, I mean, have you worked out the math as to what it's costing you per mask to make these things?
No, I haven't. Honestly, I didn't want to break it down into that level. I can tell you that we get roughly 40 masks for $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. Roughly what you can get out of a spool of filament. I can tell you that is a slight pain point. A couple of us are starting to run low on filament. I've donated and given some of my filament to some of the other printers that I had excess of. I just got another order in recently, so
gotcha.
I have some more to hand out to some of the guys.
Is that difficult to come by?
It was at first. First week, there was a lot of places that were sold out of it, so it was kind of hard to get. It seems like most of those online retailers have replenished stock of it, so we've been able to kind of keep a consistent order. There's a couple of local businesses that obviously don't have printers but have been really happy to support by ordering filament and giving it to us. And again, we're all doing this out of pocket and just giving the masks away.
Right.
It's a way for more to help.
That's awesome.
Some of the guys are starting to get a little exhausted. Every week I feel like one of us runs into a broken printer issue. I was out of commission for a week, so I spent the whole week as like a cheerleader for the other guys.
Right.
I've got parts on order, and when they get here, so Southeast Missourian put out an article on a local kid that was printing the earpieces. So we know that there's other makers in town. And really, that's the big drive, is to see if we can get some more people helping, because, right now it's slow to supply the whole community with all these masks.
Yeah.
It's just the four of us. Most people don't realize that to print 2 masks is like a 6-hour process.
Yeah, it's not a quick deal.
No, not at all.
It's kind of just layering like very, very thin layers of plastic.
Yeah, they're kind of just slightly smushed together while they're molten, and then they dry.
Yeah, so it's tedious. I mean, it's a patience process for sure. And so it's one of those that you can't really increase capacity by speeding it up. You just need more people printing them.
Yep, the more local people or anybody that we can get printing the masks, the better it is for the whole community.
For sure. You know, the capacity is you can only make as many as you can make. It takes some time. You're looking for more people to print. I'm going to put the 3D mask plan files for the 3D printers. Those of you with 3D printers know exactly what those are, and those are going to be available on our station website. So head over to the website, look for the story on this in our conversation with AJ, and you can find those files. You'll be able to download them, put them into your 3D printer, and then beyond that, for them to coordinate with you, if somebody's available to do this, if somebody's happy to volunteer their time and their printer to help you out, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you to make this happen?
I think email would probably be the easiest way for me to stay in contact with it.
I'll have your email in the story on the website as well. Your email is
AJ_BIRI@hotmail.com.
So shoot you an email, let them know that you're ready to help. You've got a 3D printer. You can get the files from us on the website, or, reach out to AJ directly and he can get them to you as well. It's AJ_Biri@hotmail.com. We, as radio stations, we encourage everybody to use your common sense, be safe, practice that social distancing. If you're going to be out in public, it's going to take time for this to go through its cycle, and we want to keep it as low as possible. So wear those masks in public if you can. This is an amazing endeavor. AJ, it's awesome that you guys are doing this. I hope other people can join your team and help increase that production capacity so you guys can continue to help those on the front lines in the healthcare industry. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
That's been your Humans in Tune segment on 93.9 The River. I appreciate you tuning in and listening with me. Again, if you want to help out, if you got a 3D printer and you can be a part of this, reach out to AJ via email, AJ_BIRI@hotmail.com, and we'll have the plans up on our website at 939river.com. We got more music coming up. Stick around.